Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you 10 ways to improve your LEGO clone army. So as you can see, I've got my clones here. It doesn't look that good at the moment, but we're going to make it a lot better. So, starting off with tip 1, get rid of stud blasters. They're just terrible, just terrible. If you want to play with your LEGO, then sure, they might be fun, but they hardly ever work, and they never aim properly, and they're very inaccurate. So I recommend you get rid of all of your stud blasters and replace them with other guns. Okay, now it's time for tip number 2. Add in some important clones, so specific ones. I've got Captain Rex here, so you can always go and add him into your army. I've got Corporal Jesse, I've got Commander Cody, and I have all of the Bad Batch, which is pretty cool. We've got Crosshair, Tech, Hunter, and Wrecker in there. And this just makes your clone army a bit more diverse and more interesting to look at, because you've got some specific ones in there which slightly vary from the normal variant of the clones. Tip number 3 is to use custom guns, like this one, because this will just make some of the guns that aren't very good at the moment even more accurate. Plus, if your custom clones like Captain Rex here have pistols, he has dual pistols, but you don't want to use the regular LEGO pistols because they're a bit boring, you can just stick on some custom ones. And make your Captain Rex look a lot cooler. So do that with some of the clones that you think, oh, their gun's not good enough. I think I'm going to change that slightly. Okay, tip number 4 is to add in some custom builds and customize some of your characters. So some of you might know from watching the Clone Wars, Corporal Jesse has this little pack on, which I've made easily from one of these pieces. I've put it on this too, and just stick it on there using one of these clip pieces that goes around the neck. So that looks pretty good in there. And then of course you can customize some of your clones. For example, I'm now going to customize this one and make him into a rocket launcher clone using just a couple of extra pieces. So there our rocket launcher clone is. I've just made this rocket launcher using a couple of pieces, and I've tied his gun to this backpack using some small black elastic bands. I'm going to customize a couple more clones. For example, this one. This guy's looking pretty boring on his own, he's got nothing on his back, and this gun isn't looking too good at the moment, so I'll customize him. So I've put this half stud pin on the end of his blaster and made him hold his blaster like that. Put this clip on there. Then I've got these two parts. So this one is made with this clip here, this clip with the stud, this round stud, this pole here. So that goes on there. Then I've got this one, there's a red one, a black one, and this grey one here, and this loop with the hole in it. This one goes on there and makes the complete guy. Now I'm going to customise this one as well, because I have 4 of these and they're all identical, and I want to vary my army a bit, so I'm going to customise this one. I put this pin stud in the back of him, and I've got these 2 pieces, so this is the stud and clip, and this is the rounded curve. Just put them on there, and then I'll get his blaster, put this pin on the end, and stick that quite nicely on his back. So he's got a spare blaster. I'm going to get this custom toolbox and put it in there, and this custom gun. fit it on there, and that's kind of like, I imagine him as an armourer clone, because he's got lots of spare weapons, and there's probably some grenades and stuff in there, and some spare guns in there and stuff, so he can kick out his fellow clone buddies if they lose their blaster in battle. For customising a clone, it doesn't have to be that much. Like, I've got 4 of these identical dudes, and I'm going to customise him using only 3 or 4 parts. 6 parts and an elastic band, but still not that much. So he's got, this is a kind of like a comms clone. He's got his big walkie-talkie there, and you can get this elastic band here, take off his blaster, put that just around the front of his head. It would be kind of disguised under the clone helmet. Then you want it to go under his arms, come round his front like a belt there. This might be held up by his hands, so just make sure you put one of his hands down. Then I'm going to put this custom gun in here, that I made with Lego pieces. It's just one of these with this clip on it, and this pin. It kind of looks like an Uzi, or Uzi, depending on how you say it. And then you've got this blaster, which kind of needs a holding space, so I'm putting it on his back there. That looks pretty cool. And then the rope's kind of disguised by there, so it just kind of looks like he's got a belt on his back. And that's kind of my comms clone, so I'll just put them there for now. Okay, tip number 5 is to organise your clones. So as you can see, they're all kind of mixed up. We've got this 41st clone here, we've got this one there, Captain Rex. They're all kind of just mixed up. So it looks a lot better if you can get your base plate here, which is I have, and you can organise your clones into their legions, and it looks a lot better than just having them all randomly placed around. And whilst you're organising your clones, make sure to follow tip number 6, which is add in some vehicles. These fit very nicely with the clone theme, especially if they're obviously Republic vehicles, and they go very nicely in with your army. Back, and I've sorted my clone troopers. I've got 41st here, 212th there, 313th, not regular ones that aren't obviously in one here. 501st over here with their ATST, the bark speeder, the tank, then tank driver, and then the Bad Batch here. Oh, that's out of focus, sorry. So there we go. That's looking a lot better, but it's still not finished, and it could be even better. Okay, tip number 7 is to add in some Jedi. If you've got any Clone Wars Jedi lying around, this is a very good way to kind of add in some more things related with the Clone Wars. So I've got Yoda, and there we go. They look pretty good in there, but if you want to organise them in any other way, you can. They can be like looking at the clones, so it's pretty cool. I've got a couple more, I'll go and get them in a sec. And I've got Anakin Skywalker here. So you don't want stuff like Rey or Luke Skywalker going in here, because that might look a bit weird with all the clones being like a couple of years apart and stuff. So I don't know, do what you will. Step 8 is, if you've got Jedi, then why not add in some Jedi Starfighters? You've got your Yodas there, then you've got Anakin's, and I currently don't know where my Obi-Wan Kenobi figure is, so I've just got his fighter there. And as another part of step 8, you might want to add in some astromech droids. So there's R2-D2, and then we got R4, and then we've got C-3PO here, so there we go. You don't need to give them guns, because C-3PO is a Sith Lord, not some mindless soldier. He's a Sith Lord. Totally. Number 9, so the second to last tip, is to also you should also have a droid army, because this adds in just, and you've got something for your clones to completely destroy. So I'll go and get my droid army. Here's my droid army. I've got the AAT, the pilot droid, 2 AAT pilot droids. Over here we've got some custom droids I made. So this is a sniper droid, rocket launcher droid. That's an artillery droid with my custom artillery cannon. Then we just got like a bunch of regular B1 battle droids and then some commander droids there. Final tip to improve your clone army is to subscribe to Strange DNA, because I've got lots of clone videos on here. If you haven't seen my Lego haul, then what are you doing? Go and see that. It's just a couple of videos ago, so I guess we can scroll down a bit from here. But I've got lots of Lego speed builds on here, so some of you may have noticed I've speed built the 5 of Earth battle pack and the AAT, so that's pretty cool, and you can get a sense if you like, oh actually that looks pretty good, I might buy that, or nah, I think I'll get a different set with my money. But I've been Strange DNA. This has been 10 top tips for your clone army. Peace.